it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about my tank is 2x to do Y. My tank is 2x to do Y. Whatever it is that you think your tank is too bad at, it's too slow. It doesn't have enough camo. It's not a light tank. I'm a TD. Wargaming says my role is blah. Specifically for today, we're going to talk a lot about all that stuff, but specifically for today, it's my tank is too slow because I am in the XM57. And it is slow. I am running the experimental turbo thing. I have hardening and I've got a rammer. I've got some cola. So I'm doing a few things to make it a bit faster. This is a relatively large map and I'm going to immediately head over towards the west. The first thing I wanted to do here is maybe do the assault TD thing, push up the one column and try to get up in their face. We'll see how that goes. The thing about your plan is the enemy then gets a vote. Once you see what the enemy's vote is, you may have to change what your plan is. So we're heading on here. We have a Barras, got a Udez pushing up. Couple 3 TDs behind me, a Kunza that's not moving, that's not great, and most of the heavies. And guess what we don't have? Nobody in the middle. Yay. That's going to work. You think that's going to work? I don't think it's going to work. Rambo is being very foolish, moving across the open as if he's never played this game or this map. And the AE phase 1 follows. Then I see a CS52 pushing in, and I'm thinking, well, no sense in just making an assault. Breaks, back up. Alright, for some reason it looks like they all want to be aggressive, and you can see it, right? Look how many are coming this way. It looks to me like they're deciding on the YOLO push down the one column, and I'm just going to fall back to here. I am vulnerable to Artie, but I've got kind of a hold down position, and I have 3 TDs right behind me. Boy, this is going to be fun if they get dumb. Let's see if they get dumb, shall we? My tank is too slow. My tank is too... I'm a scout, not a medium or a heavy, or I'm a medium and not a heavy. All these things. Roles, responsibilities. Wargaming makes kind of a big deal of it, and it's a good thing to know. I get a bit of a rush shot, and I bounce off the dumb Rambo. Great, he did turn around the corner. Thank you. They do make a big deal out of it, but you got to take it with a grain of salt, guys. First of all, it's a pixel tank game, so just drive your tank somewhere where you can get damage. That's, I think, the biggest key for this whole thing. Come on, zoom on in, use silly gun. There we go. 654. So it's a pixel tank game. Drive it somewhere and get some damage. But think about the situation at hand, fellas. I'm too slow. I can't go somewhere else. Well, the tank's not too slow. You are. The tank's not too slow. You are. You're making decisions not in a timely manner. You are not making decisions in a timely manner. Or you are refusing to make decisions because you have a assumption about your tank. Well, that's a bummer. My tank is too inaccurate. That's true right there. Tank is too inaccurate. Right now, I've gone to this side. My plan was to push. Can't do so because if I'd have gone around the corner, I'd have been swarmed by all those guys. They were foolish. They're pushing. I don't even know what this guy's doing. No idea what his plan is here. But I'll take full advantage of it. I can see him doing it. So as long as he continues to do it, I will continue to avail myself of the damage. Now our Kunza, I don't really know what that plan was, but he loses a bunch of hit points for it. And this guy, I didn't even realize he was there. I thought he was on the other side. That blew my mind. So failure on my part to assess. I'm never going to sit here and tell you I don't make any mistakes. I don't know what the plan was there for the Barras once again. So we've got an AE phase 1 there and an RHM1 way in the back. We nuke that guy, that'll work. I think I used HE on that as well. Boy, did I use the correct round for some reason? That was crazy. Don't know why I would have done that. Alright. I advise people to do that all the time. I don't always manage it. HE round. Ooh, clever. Let's see. Nope, didn't hit anything. Hit the ground. Meanwhile, I've kind of noticed the middle and the heavies over there. Where are we, fellas? Take a look at it right now and think about you're in your slow XM57. The match is fairly young. Take a look at what's going on. We've basically won this flank. We know there's at least the RHM up there. There could be a 103. We haven't seen him. There could be a Kalana. Could be a Peregrine. So there's more than likely at least one of their tank up there, maybe 2 or 3. But they don't seem to be very interested to walking into this Buzzsaw. And the tanks we've lost, we did lose a T-30 over here, but we've lost a 57, a Skoda, and a T-34 over on the other side. That seems bad to me. That feels like the other side is in trouble, fellas. So we're just going to cruise on out of here. Not a great line. If I had it to do again, I wouldn't have crossed right there. I'd have fallen back a little bit. But I'm also thinking about I need to, as quickly as this silly thing will go, get over to the middle. Because at some point, I really feel like if they haven't already, the enemy knows there's nothing going on in the middle. And that may be part of why the guys down there are losing. They may be getting hit from somebody up in the middle. They may be getting spotted. That's not great. The IS-3A has not very many hit points. Oh boy. So when I get over here to see the hit points, they're in bad shape. And the 7.52, I don't know. He's just YOLO'd in there and he's getting crushed. Su-130's kind of reacting to that. So we don't have a lot of hit points over here. The Object 257 looks to be in decent shape. So we'll move on in. Su-130's kind of moving up to the middle, so that's good. And of course we get a push going on the other side. I guess that's fine. They did win it. Let's see if they can clean up. There's the T-103 over on the west side of the map. Your tank's not slow, you are. I think a majority of people would have just pushed up the 1-2 column. And while that looks like to me, probably to a lot of people, to be a fairly decent decision, this side looked like a massive problem. And I figured with this thing's gun, with its armor, I could come over here and do some good work. Either help them win it or at least shore it up and delay it while those guys got in there. So I'm just going to be aggressive. Looks like we've got everybody lit, by the way, minus the Kalana. There's the Peregrine. And we're going to push down in. Now, there's a lot of guns there, so I don't want to just go driving in front of them and get shot from 82 directions. We'll kill this guy right off. There we go. He did hit us for 470. That hurt. We'll back out. Looks like the 122 knows about me now. Use some of our hit points. It's unfortunate he got that shot. Already missed. I love it. Alright, Peregrine. Yeah, he's around the corner maybe. Is he looking at me? Hard to tell. There we go. Ah! Silly gun. Silly gun. Did not work. Wasn't able to save the 7.52, but I was able to shore this up, so it looks like they're not going to be able to immediately anyway push. Now look what the Kunze and the Brosk and the ISU have done. Okay, great. They took that corner. Fantastic. There's no real capability to push. Also, good job on the Udez and the Su for flexing around to the middle and helping out. Because now we know that they don't have anybody in the middle, and it looks like they didn't either. Very strange game in terms of that. If there was somebody there, they left at some point because we've got two TDs just sitting up there. Now we have them in a crossfire. I came over, helped shore this up so they can't push through. These two guys do a nice job reacting. Our pushers take on a weak flank and are able to clear them out of the sniper nest. That means they're all in the corner, guys. We have a great idea of exactly where they are. So keep thinking about that while you're playing the game. Don't worry necessarily about the speed of your tank. Don't allow the characteristics of your tank to dictate what you're doing at all times. Clearly, you're going to take them into account. At the beginning of the game, I didn't rush forward and go, oh, Guido said, you know, don't worry about being a slow tank. You just have to be a fast player. So I'm going to zing up there in my XM57 and get in the bush and spot like a scout. That's not what I'm saying. Don't extrapolate what I'm saying into ridiculous scenarios. What I am saying, though, is sometimes you've got to make those good decisions and play your tank in a way that maybe is a little non-standard for that tank. And it's going to be based on the situation in the match, your skill to a large extent, the type of tank it is, and what you can do. In terms of this thing, it's very slow, but it's heavily armored. I was able to come down here and kind of shore up this eastern flank over here. Nice. And it looks like those guys are able to push across, so they're doing some good work. Now we need to start putting some pressure, because I'm worried about the Brosk and the other. I think there's another tank underneath there, or maybe it's just the Brosk now. I'm worried about them getting rolled up and then the enemy team taking that sniper hill back. So I figure, let's go get this Peregrine. And guess what? He's long gone. He actually bailed out of that. So they've really fallen back into the corner. I find the Peregrine. There he is. All right, so he didn't get quite that far. But thump on him. We'll back out. Try to minimize the amount of damage he can do to me. No, 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 no. All right, he didn't keep pushing because I don't know if he saw the 57 coming. Ah, there he goes. He's coming at me now. Doink. That's fine. He got that shot. We'll take care of him. Oh, boy. The unnecessary ammo rack for 24 hit points. 2,261. I might actually have a blind shot in there. I don't know. That may be the actual damage. I have 606 assist. And we end up with 3 kills. Your tank's not too slow. Sometimes you are. It's always situational. Obviously, play your tank to its strengths, but do not play your tank to its strengths at the detraction of the match, what the team's doing, and where somebody is needed. The way I look at this game, because it's a pixel tank game especially, is I figure no one else is going to do it. If the hard thing needs done, I try to do it. Why not? And if you blow up, who cares? Nobody cares. I think you learn, well, the one guy that types, angry letters, angry words into your garage, he cares, clearly. Too much, actually, way too much. But you get what I'm saying. You don't care. Just play the pixel tank game. Get aggressive. The thing about that as well is that's how you learn. That's how you learn. You see people who do the same thing over and over and over. And it's the old saw, what's the definition of insanity? You do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. A lot of truth to that. If you don't ever expand out of your comfort zone and try something else, you probably are done learning. And you're going to be wherever you are. You're not going to improve, especially at this game. So there you go. Make good decisions. Make good decisions. Don't worry necessarily about the characteristics of your tank. Keep them in mind. Play to them as much as possible, but realize that sometimes, more often than you might think, you need to do something different in a match than what your tank might be best at in order to secure a win. And that's all I've got for today. Have a great one. See ya.